After being targeted by a 98K sniper, Cage suddenly stopped in his tracks. Even as a car careened toward him, out of control, he didn't flinch. Instead, he paused, calculating the timing in his head, then quickly bent down. Cage was a magician, but more like a sorcerer, because his acts were all based on predictions. He predicted that a woman's necklace would fall in 3 seconds. When she didn't believe him, he started counting down. 3, 2, 1. Cage had the ability to foresee the next 2 minutes of the future. With this power, his life was carefree and he never lacked money. Whenever he needed cash, he simply walked up to a slot machine and hit the jackpot with a single press of a button. Despite being so careful, his unusual luck caught the attention of the casino manager. After a heated discussion with his subordinates, they couldn't figure out how Cage was cheating. At one point, Cage seemed to sense their gaze and glanced directly at the security cameras. The casino manager, sensing trouble, instructed his staff to detain Cage. But Cage, already aware of his situation, calmly snuffed out his cigarette and stood up to head to the front desk to exchange his chips, planning to make his exit. Just then, a robber appeared out of nowhere, pulling out a gun without saying a word. Once Cage snapped back from his foresight vision, he quickly took control of the situation, disarming the robber before he could react. However, the arriving security guards mistook him for a troublemaker. Knowing he wouldn't be able to explain himself, Cage bolted. The casino manager immediately ordered all exits to be sealed, but with his ability to predict the next 2 minutes, Cage had already mapped out his escape route. He first pretended to blow his nose, dodging the first guard. Then, at a corner, he casually lit a cigarette and bent down to tie his shoes, avoiding the second guard. As he leaned back against a slot machine and took a deep drag, he narrowly evaded the third guard. He checked his watch just in time to avoid a fourth group of guards. Quickly, he turned down a side hallway and brushed past a fifth guard. The head of security in the control room was furious as he watched this unfold. Cage, unfazed, walked into the restroom, tossed his jacket into the trash, then leaned against the wall, waiting for the old man. As he grabbed a hat on his way out, he pretended to use a vending machine, just as the final 2 security guards arrived. With one last move, he successfully slipped past them. Once out of the casino, Cage tossed the hat aside and strolled confidently to a luxury convertible. He got in, started the engine, and drove off, leaving the casino behind without a hitch.